the names of what people. It was Jewish director.
Like, bro, like everyone serious didn't say much, and I understand that. And there's a lot of politics around that. Cool. There's a lot of people that couldn't be in there. Janet, Diana, Ross.
Bro, there's even a guy in there that's even his op, bro, and they didn't paint him as the op.
True, but
you know the guy that he ended up having. He was saying, "I want that guy on my team." When he went into the boardroom meeting, that guy, I can't remember what his name is.
Like
Tamiym, George something. Yeah, but he's another one, bro. He's an op, bro. Yeah. He's an op. They don't even like him like that. But because he's the one that ended up owning a lot of Michael's shit. Yeah. So, do with that what you will, innit?
But for me, what I took away, like the biggest takeaway was like, this is how his brothers understand like this is kind of their story. Not in detail, of course. There's a lot missed out, but like I'm watching from their point of view, and it's clear. It's clear. Like it's very, very clear. Like, and it's not necessarily bad. It's just it doesn't make from a Michael Jackson fan, borderline stan. It's just like there's a collection of YouTube videos I can watch right now that could give me that. Even more than that.
The thing is, I imagine that they've gone through his life on a chronological thing. And they've said this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened.
And they tried to thread it.
Given that in, them man have said, that's not going in there, 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 that's not going in there. Yeah. This is the bones that we're leaving you with. Make a full body out of it.
Yeah, because the person I went with, my friend, she was basically saying like, oh yeah, like all of the, because obviously I didn't know the extent of the abuse, and I felt like when she was just like, man, they're making, she's like, oh, he's wet. Like the way they were making Michael like come across. Yeah. But it's the thing of
they didn't make him seem like he's a wet man.
The abuse, like they made it like his dad beat him, but they made it like typical Black American dad beating their youth. They didn't make it like I'm putting you lot in oil and I'm beating you with a belt.
That reminded me of the one where Jason Weaver was in on True Movies. That one.
Because it was just like,
bro,
it made it seem like he was very just like, oh, like
Jewish, yeah.
I'm afraid of my dad type beat, and like they didn't explain that when Jermaine left, they didn't make it seem like, oh, they didn't even address the conflict because is it the dad only bullying Michael? Is the dad only doing stuff to Michael?
They just zeroed in on this like, mom, yay, love, nice, bosom, mother. Dad, pain.
Mind you, Michael had
I was his nephew though as an actor.
I thought he would, bro. I'll be so
for his
bro.
first role, great, but don't give Michael someone doing their first role. That's just me. Period. Yeah, that's your.
Would you have had somebody else do it?
Absolutely.
Really?
Someone that's an actor. He was good for his first. Like that's a
Is
first.
it? What you lot think? I haven't seen it. So
that's
a
great first shot.
I'll be so.
I've just seen a lot of people saying that
again for me, bro. I don't know. I genuinely don't. After seeing him, I don't know who else could have done.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, who are you thinking of? Bro, like there's when you said that so passionately.
He's saying Flex Washington.
That's one of the worst films ever. I don't care what no one says, bro.
Bubbles, no. Sorry. Bubbles, no. Sorry.
Nah.
I feel like I need to watch that for the joke. Like, I genuinely haven't watched it since I was a kid, bro. Since I was a kid, I haven't actually watched it. I swear it's like 3 parts, bro. And it's bro, True Movies. If you know True Movies, bro.
And the rings there, we can search the stuff when he's been.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Oh my God, man.
True Movies, bro.
You can even see the white used to like
Healing.
Nah, bro. That was literally. He looked like he should have been a South Park version of Michael Jackson, bro. That is what Flex looked like, bro. That's ignorant. Don't do that. Bro. Like I said, like there was parts of it where I'm glad that they showed that Michael was a man, bro. Like even the part where he was like in the film where he was like when he was on his boss man thing, when he went in for the deal, like, and he was like, who are you, like, boom, 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 boom. That was showing like the parts of him that are like Joe. There's no way that you like grow up with both your parents like that, and there's not a part of Michael that is similar to Joe.
It was hard to tell. That was one of the only instances of like a backbone of any sort.
Yeah, of a backbone. And a man like Michael, based on everything that's happened, was clearly a guy with backbone. So there's that. Obviously, the CGI monkey.
Yeah, I was, bro. When you said Bubbles just now, I thought I was literally
pissing
me off.
Because apparently that's not even in chronological order.
You didn't get Bubbles.
That part of his life wasn't actually when Bubbles came along. It was something
It can't
else.
be, to be fair.
Yeah, it was something.
How old is Bubbles, bro?
No, Bubbles is still alive, you know.
What?
Bubbles is still alive. He's just rabid in the zoo, bro.
You're lying.
Did he sign off on this?
You're lying.
He didn't. He couldn't. If he watched this, he would have gone mad. He would have gone mad. Mad. What? He knows that's not his boy. That's not his boy.
He's still alive.
Man would have said that's not my boy. You're fucking having a laugh. He would have said that's not my boy. That's not my guy, bro.
You're fucking having a laugh.
Fucking having a
From the
laugh.
back of the zoo, from them zoo cages. I'm sure Bubbles is still alive though.
I'm sure Bubbles can talk, bro.
Yeah, I think Bubbles is still alive
He'll
still.
sit down, listen to the music.
Double check that, but I'm pretty sure Bubbles. I'm pretty sure Bubbles is still alive, bro.
Bro, he was sitting down there listening to the music like vibes, and I said, "You guys are taking a piss."
Taking a piss.
Yeah, no, they did have.
Bro, they enjoyed it, bro. They were just on
So there was
many
that.
levels. I was just
Obviously,
like,
the whole aspect of like that man calling him Big Nose and then him getting his first nose job after that.
I hear it. I get it.
yeah.
I think they could have just gone in more with like the insults from the. It would have been more justified of how they. Because the thing is, yeah, I felt like.
I think he called him Big Nose once before they then got to them actually changing
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, bro.
I felt a lot of like I felt differently to you about how Jafar was. Even just the whole like actors.
Bro, I was scared when Jafar was on that screen, bro. I thought I was looking at Michael.
Bro, there was bare points where it was just like.
Oh my God.
Really?
Bro, he looks like him too much,
Uncanny.
bro.
Like,
Is it?
To say he's just his nephew, bro, yeah.
bro,
Swear.
it looks like it could be his youth.
But I feel like that's.
But again,
Like
the way
that's
they-
what
the way they're not-
Michael's youth should look
Yeah,
like.
The way they're
bro.
not
You get
mixed
me?
about, you don't know. It actually could.
Bro, Jafar is even a son cousin anyway, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like,
literally.
it's very. It's
He's a
very
son
dark
cousin,
and
bro.
Disgusting what's going on in that household. Anyway,
But that's
I
half
felt
of his USP. That's I'm telling you, that's half of his USP.
The one thing I will say about
performance,
Jafar, Jafar's not gonna get like I don't see him getting another role
This is what I'm saying.
for
I don't
anything
know, doing a
else.
party.
Not even that. I mean, outside of that, like.
What, he's not getting another role, do you say?
Yeah, like I don't think
What, this wasn't good enough to,
I
like,
think he
kickstart?
did great as Michael. If he
Oh,
goes
is
outside of
it?
that,
Yeah.
anything outside of that will end up on Tubi. I don't know. I don't
the
think.
thing is,
Oh,
I don't
oh.
know.
This is
I
my
don't know,
problem.
I don't know. Maybe
Oh.
he can build off of this.
Maybe.
I don't
To
think
do
he-
what?
I'm
You
happy.
get locked into the
He's gonna
Tyler
have to
Perry
train
universe.
first.
I don't
Like he's
think-
gonna have.
I think public perception will keep him boxed in as Michael
You think?
forever now. Because even like when he sings,
He looks like man.
he sings in like not that he sounds like Michael in terms of.
I haven't heard his
talent,
actual music, by the
but
way.
I've heard clips and it's like he sounds like a remnant.
It's just
of,
it's just the Jackson sound.
Do you
though.
get what I mean? Where it's kind of hot, unless you're gonna do a Janet thing and like make it. Super
Even
quick.
Janet sounds
It is
like, but even like all of those Jacksons, yeah, they have a sound.
But that's- but-
Same as the DeBarges. All of them DeBarges have a
Yeah.
sound. Like as much as they're different, they've got a.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Unless you're willing to take it to a place where Janet took it, because Janet like is it making music like Michael? Like Michael's like I don't know me personally again because I'm not as well versed. I don't know if Michael has like a freak tune. Janet's thing
she
is like
freaked
I
out.
can't remember what
She
somebody
freaked
said.
out.
I love her still to today.
Or it's political freedom or punani. There's no in between.
You know, I can't even name like in terms of like at their buffest, yeah. I can't name like 3 other R&B girls that were buffer than Janet Jackson, bro, at her peak, bro.
I think there's the allure, bro.
Bro, Allure is one thing, bro, but she was lame,
Bro.
like lame.
I never had that stage with Janet.
Oh.
I did.
I'm trying to even
It's only when I got
Like,
older that I discovered like.
She's got
Boy.
arcs of it, man. Because obviously, I ain't talking about Rhythm Nation. That's a bit too for me, yeah. but yeah, that's a bit too much, yeah. But like from like, let's say that's the way love goes. From that Janet album. From that Janet album, and then you go off into like after that is what I Get So Lonely. She was like 31 then, bro. 32.
Is she in it?
Great age.
Is she in the film?
No, she requested
A song.
So then there's also a
That's
lot
it.
of that comes with. There's also a lot of albums, but there's also a lot of that comes with like the abuse stuff because apparently the dad was at least according to Latoya, the dad was sexually assaulting Janet like regularly. And
That
it's
doesn't
a thing
surprise
of,
me, though.
And it's a thing of the mum again, even the way the mum's
But Latoya's in it.
film, Latoya's in it.
Okay.
But Latoya is in it like the way this plant is in the room. Like
Yeah.
Latoya is not contributing
Right,
to that film.
right,
She's
right.
just like
And Janet
also-
isn't in it at all. Janet didn't want to be in it.
Yeah,
She's also the neighborhood crackhead of the family as well.
Who?
Latoya.
Oh.
So it's like it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
to,
she kind of is.
Yeah.
Even though big up Lataya, man.
But then I think
Great music, man.
If you're again, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm so knowledgeable, right? But I think also if you're the person that's saying like, oh yeah, everything inside this house was fucked up, like this was crazy, this was terrible, and everybody else is saying, nah, you're bugging. Nah, I'm not even gonna address what you're saying. It's like, what's her name? What's that sister? Tony Braxton's sister, Tamar.
So Tamar, yeah.
And then that one clip, yeah, where she's just like, you lot are always telling me to like shut up or telling me to be quiet, like. Why do you think I would want to like talk to you lot like that's the way I am. So if you feel like you've been getting abused, you've been witnessing abuse happen to everybody else isn't saying a peep, you're gonna look crazy off back. And then also you do the surgery stuff that the rest of them do and you're less talented, you're gonna look like, if you just look at Michael regularly, you kind of look like a bit like a crackhead. The white side, when he let the beard grow, is scary. It is. So if you're like that and you don't have the talent, and also you're thinking as reputable as the rest of them lot, you're gonna be the crack of the family.
I think if Michael was going through what he was going through in the media today, there would be a lot more people that could handle what it is that he went through. He was like the first to go through what he went through, because what the hell is a bit of Ligo in the 80s
in the 79
and the 90s, bro? Like, what the hell is that, bro? Like, what is that? What is that? What the fact that, like, for me, like the aspect of Michael that was so black is something that they was never gonna go into. I never had that expectation. So even an aspect of like, all right, cool. They were saying that Michael was trying to be white. There's multiple interviews of Michael saying, "You white man go in the sun to look like us, bro. Why are you trying to tell me I'm trying to look like you? Don't come with that." A man burned his head to a crisp. Bro,
I didn't know that.
His head was turkey bacon, bro.
That's one thing I said the film did well.
His head was.
Oh, they addressed it.
Yeah, his head was turkey. His head was turkey, as in they didn't braise.
Braised oxtail, bro.
It was nerve.
A man said his head was.
That's what you do, they braise it.
No, with the tongues, by the way. With the tongues, bro, and the big pan. Braised the oxtail, bro. Braised oxtail, bro.
That's what his head looked like, man.
Thank you, bro.
But yeah, he had like nerve damage on his scalp, and again, apparently because he had lupus, it's like that. It wouldn't heal as fast. Also, the nose thing. Every time he did the surgery, it wouldn't. Or he had to keep getting the surgery.
And he had to keep getting the surgery because that the recovery and his vocals as well. He had to maintain
and his face, because lupus is something called moon face that you get. To where like
that's why Trick Daddy was like that.
Right. So
Like
he used to try and
Trick
get.
Daddy.
Okay.
Trick Daddy has lupus, bro.
Oh, so that's how he looks at it.
Yeah, that Trick. If you look at Trick Daddy in the
I looked at that.
Trick Daddy.
I'm just skipping over. That's why it looks like that.
What Trick Daddy? Trick Daddy does look like that because of lupus, though.
No, but it's the way he said it.
Oh.
I don't know if I like that.
What's bad?
Bro, what do you mean? He looks
Cartel
like
has lupus as well, yeah.
Is it?
No. Cartel has Graves' disease.
Okay.
Yeah, Cartel's on a complete different thing, man. Okay. Looking through the woods.
What does Graves mean in terms of like what did that do?
Graves'
to
disease.
his-
Inside
Is that what did that to his face?
Huh? Yeah, everything.
One of the symptoms is like you
Well, part of his face is also the features, but part of his face is also the features.
No, I know that, but I'm talking about like him pre and post jail. Like it's a different Cartel.
literally.
But yeah, that aspect, and then the fact that
It's mad.
Michael had to wear lace fronts for the rest of his life, bro, because his hair would not regrow from where it burnt.
His what do you call it when you the autopsy when you died at the body and that his whole head of hair was all fake, was all like sewn in, like it was none of it was real.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, there was a lot to mention, but I think the more that you look at the film like a business and less like a tell all. No, but I didn't even.
Guys, bugging out on your screen.
Nah, bro, I'm still thinking about. Man said it looks like Angelica's doll from Rugrats. Looks like a lollipop that fell on the floor. Bro, why would you say such a trick?
Bro, think about how Michael. Alright, based on the burns that he got, bro, he would have had a whole heap of skin, literally through the middle there. Just brain. Just brain. Not enough skin on the body to even cover the rest of this, and they did not say in the film they didn't want to touch it so that they couldn't cause further infection and further inflammation. Because the guy was in consistent pain from then on. It was a 3rd degree burn. They said if it was like 2 seconds more,
that's it.
Yeah. And Joe was
Bro,
saying,
do you know what burning your head,
when
burning
going
your
back
head?
on the tour. When are your desk next?
Is that what you're saying?
Back on the, yeah,
And
in
the
the
thing
film
is,
anyway.
and that's one of another big telltale signs of like this is the story the brothers wanted to tell. I'm watching through the
Brother's eyes. I agree.
And you know what? Fair in it. I didn't want that, but I guess I was always going to get that because of who was in charge of this whole production.
Because why did one of them stand up to him? Why did one of them stand up to him?
There's that. Yeah.
Always do this.
No, but how
did they do that?
How can you stand up to
That's
Michael?
what I'm saying.
I don't think like the way that they portrayed Michael in a certain way. I feel like he loved his brothers down, like he loved his family down, innit? But then there's also the aspect where it's like, it did get to a point where he's like, bro, you man can't touch my helm, bro. Do you know who I am? You man can't come near me. You man can't come near me.
Who produced it though? Wasn't it the guy who also did?
I think he did Bohemian Rhapsody
as well.
Yeah. So I think with all that being said, yeah, I think even what was the part now? I think with all of that, you have to think of it as a business because I feel like them man's still touring. Them man are still touring. Anything in that film that would be too, what's the word, man? That would tarnish the Jackson name because them man are still living off Michael, Banju. They're still living off of Michael. Anything that would tarnish their ability to still tour, do whatever the flip they're doing now, still after, they're not going to say yes to that, bro.
Touring at 70, like I have to assume that you did at least a decade of drugs in your life. You're touring at 70.
Just a decade.
You're touring at 60.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
what are you
just
doing?
a decade. Nah,
Just a
man.
decade?
Nah, man.
You was earning money when certain taxes weren't even around.
Double it.
Like, bro.
Bro, them man couldn't get off of their dad's farm, bro, until their dad died, until he kicked the bucket, bro.
So then it's like,
Reaching out.
why was
See that girl?
like what?
She likes the way I stare.
What? Bro, I love that. Sorry, I feel like I was gonna love that. I'm biased. I was gonna love the film. I love this.
bro.
Well, you're gonna love it because it's Michael.
Yes, that's why. That's why I disagree
I'm
with
being
you about
sucky because of that.
that.
You're trying to get me because it's Michael. But if I strip this away, this ain't good. I don't do that.
Bro,
Because this ain't good.
bro.
You don't deserve as someone getting their first role. Michael flipping Joseph Jackson.
What did you expect though? What did you expect coming into
I
it?
expected at least a little bit better writing. There was a lot of space and a lot of scenes that they tried to fill with a lot of posturing.
That's what I was
looking.
That's the thing that
but
you
it
said
was just
that.
like, cool. The acting.
The only other person that could have done that role, I've just come to my head. Jussie Smollett.
Anyway, you know what? You know what?
Anyway. God.
Wait, Coach, would you have preferred it?
back to basics.
Oh my.
Coach, would you have preferred it as a TV series rather than a movie?
Yeah, it would have made more sense if it was like a 5-6 part series on like Netflix or something.
Are they not doing a Netflix doc?
No, that's
Yeah,
about
that's
the
something
trial,
else.
Oh, that's about the trial.
and that's like an real
That's
life.
more salacious.
okay.
Like there was more
Funny
intention
timing as well.
and there was more
Funny timing.
kind of
Yeah,
effort
course.
put into the P Diddy that came out than this.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
but
that
P. Diddy's
but
thing
that's-
was done by 50, so what do you expect?
yeah, that's what I mean. That was more.
You gotta
That's
have hate in your heart.
but bro, that's
gotta
more
have
like
hate in your heart.
investigative.
only does
Like,
his best
journalism.
work.
That's
His
in that's in
enemies.
yeah.
You gotta
That's
have
in
hate in your
investigative
Like,
journalism
like,
is different, bro.
That's real. Whereas the thing I would say with what you were saying before is, I think the actors and actresses did a really good job. Majority of them, yeah. I just feel like you, the writing material was really bad. I think I felt bad for Domingo Coleman. Or
Coleman Domingo, yeah.
Yeah, like because it was just like
He did really well though.
it's like
he
with
did.
the little parts he did, he made himself as menacing as possible. But it's like
didn't give him anything.
it's like your dad threatening to slap you, yeah, and he never actually slaps you. Nah, he has to pop at least one time for you to like set the boundary of cool.
But then I get it
all they
because
did
it's
was
12
Like you said, I
innit?
was just gonna say,
12
it's 12, innit?
So like I see that they're trying
That's-
to like.
But I hear it, but they could have at least even like again. I'm not here to like see people get abused on screen, but it's a thing of you could have closed the door and then made it seem like
I guess it's for you to
consistently.
understand the severity.
He
of actually what
only
you went
got
through.
beat in that film once, like
Oh,
with a belt, and it
no
wasn't
beating
even.
in
And
it.
again,
Yeah.
it wasn't really like
it
that.
was small.
And then they closed the door
and
once.
my ad, yeah. I'm not saying I don't agree with beating children in it, but if you know your dad beats you, yeah, Michael went the wrong way about it when he in the film. What he did in the film, yeah.
He kept
For
telling
someone
him,
that
"Look
does,
at me."
for someone that does beat, for someone that does beat you, yeah.
Yeah.
What Michael said to him, that was like, you must have wanted to get beaten.
it was mental.
What he
like,
said,
it's
what
like-
he said to him, yeah. I was like, even
brought it upon
me, I
himself.
don't get beat, and I wouldn't say that.
It was mental.
Like he wanted to get beat. You must have wanted to get beat. So that was that. It wasn't like some random beating.
He'd be before. I can't remember what he said. Maybe like his dad would be like telling him like perform like look at me, Michael. Eyes. Michael. Oh.
Yeah, like not looking at him on purpose.
Bro, it's like I remember when like. Bit of my own law. I remember when I be learning when I was doing maths or the alphabet, yeah, core memory stuck with me for life.
It's just the formula. It's the formula. It's not formula. It's not formula.
Bro, like there's a thing that Ghanaian dads do, yeah, when they do it like they're doing maths, it'll be like, oh, wabong or wabbing, which means like you're dumb or you're smart. Like, so it's like you're doing something. It's like wabong. Like, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, so
if you take it for a wobble down,
yeah, I mean, he's like, don't make me get angry with you. But it's like I'm learning the alphabet, and it's like some stuff he'll tell you. Say it like this. If I said like 2, if it's like multiplication or something, I'm like 2 + 2 × 2 is da da da, and he's like, no, don't say it like that. Write it down. We'll do your working out. If a nigga's telling me, show your working out, or I'm gonna whoop your ass, I'm gonna show my working out. I can get the working out wrong, and you can be like wabbo, but it's like. At least I showed the working out. Michael would just be like, he'd be like drawing like a pear or like a peach or something instead of doing the work.
It wasn't making sense.
Equivalent wise.
It wasn't making sense. Even when his dad was stressing with his wife, Kate, about
I hope everything is okay today. I hope everything was okay yesterday.
All right.
And forever. All right.
We're deleting this anyway. I love my girl.
Who's deleting it?
I love my girl. But
The episode's been outside. That doesn't mean I'm
I just hope
deleting
Nia
it.
along as well.
That doesn't mean I'm deleting it.
Well and thriving.
Thriving isn't even enough. I need more for her than thriving.
It's true.
I signed
It's actually
NDAs.
Fly.
I signed.
With biometric data.
You best hope that we delete something.
No, I'm gonna say, who knows that song?
That was worse than me.
I'm gonna say, who knows that song?
You just said you signed NDAs.
What song is that? What song is that?
SoundCloud artist, I forgot that.
Oh!
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
I signed NDAs.
You could have even said
Call me and I'm on my way.
But basically, not off the back of this film. Time ago, like, during the press run, she said, I like dating younger boys, but they need to sign NDAs. So that's why he's singing. That's the reference. That's why he's singing. It's not a reference, bro. He's created his own song.
I don't know what menacing.
He thinks Naira's hiding to do another word, smoke a word or something.
Right. I know more underground artists than you, bro. It's alright, man.
Name the artist, bro.
Yeah, locked in, bro. I don't know the name, goddamn.
Your phone's right there. Have a look.
Saying it was sung by Fimi Guerrero, bro.
Alright.
Flipping joke, man, bro. About underground, bro. Fake milk, whatever his name is.
Fake mink.
Oh my days.
That nigga who's the one who said that he saved the UK.
Fake milk, man. Fake milk.
With that dirty mullet. Oh my gosh.
A whole mullet, you know.
Bro, when Joe was talking to Kate and he was talking about some like they need to tour, like if they don't do this all falls down. That kind of like they need to basically keep this shit going. It made me think like, bro, the house that they bought it for 143,000 at the time. Of course, inflation, cool. How irresponsible financially are you to say that these boys have to hit those streets after already about 20 years of hitting them streets and accumulating all that wealth? What are you doing with this bread? That these guys have to still go out there and keep this going through the 80s?
There's also a question of how much bread were they even getting. We're talking about a time when Motown wasn't doing artists very well. If we're speaking on what they were doing for artists and the pressures that they were down on. Because remember, I feel like there's a crossover between when the Jacksons left Motown and went over to CBS, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I think
They covered the performance though.
Was it CBS or ABC?
I don't know.
I can't remember what label they went over to after. I think it might have been CBS. Moving from CBS to then is around the same time when Stevie Wonder did the loophole with Motown as well and ended up basically going independent. Okay. So there was a whole exodus of people leaving Motown under the reins because they wouldn't let them write their own music, wouldn't let them create their own music, wouldn't let them do nothing. The Jacksons weren't as lit as Child Stars once they got into that whole teen thing.
Alright, okay.
That's where everything kind of changed. So I don't know how much they were really getting paid, bro. If we're being real, we're talking about the 60s, bro.
Valid, okay.
The 60s, bro. James Brown was getting paid for beating women, bro.
The thing is as well, CBS ended up getting bought by Sony, so
And that's how Michael got caught in his loop.
so those are the things that you really have to consider. Like, cool, I hear what you're saying. The parents probably didn't do well with the money, 100%. But then in the same breath,
I didn't really factor
Sony are like the way they're swindling. That's why Michael went and bought everyone else's masters. He said, if I can't make money off of my own, I'll add the Beatles.
Because you're saying all of this money, but you're saying all this money, but when it was the Jackson 5, obviously there's 5 of them. When it's gone from the Jackson 5 to the Jacksons, was there 6 of them now, or because someone left?
I think there was an iteration where there was 6 at one point, but it was between 5 and 6 all the time.
So the amount of bread that would need to be made to then pass around to 5 to 6 kids, and then to their dad, and then to the label, and then to making the records, which was not electronic at the time. It's all live band, and then when you, I can't even begin to think what was even left over. Because we talk about it now with a Drake, when Drake was at a point under Lucian where it come like the guy couldn't come off of tour, and that's Drake. And we was wondering, why are you, who's supposedly so successful, always consistently on tour? At the time, tour is probably what rakes in more money than actual music itself. Not much has changed with the music industry.
That's true. I didn't factor that in still.
Yeah.
I think I was probably kind of sold by the image that it looked as though that they were living a little bit lavish at one point.
It's
the home looked great. There was a llama, there was a giraffe, there was all this stuff. It looked like Zamunda. So like, there was a part of me that was like, you've got all this, and then you're telling this woman that these boys need to hit the streets. Bro, it felt like there was a disconnect at least.
It's Michael, bro. I think it's definitely, it should never be lost on people how much motion the Jacksons lost at a point. Like, I don't think like it really is even like spoken about much. You've got your Jackson 5, you've got ABC, you've got I'll Be There, you've got Stop the Love You Save, all of those big songs, Rockin' Robin, all of that. Remember, they were lying about Michael's age already anyway. They showed that in the film. They were lying about Michael's age for a minute. Once Michael's vocals started to break, they didn't even want to change key for the poor boy. He was still trying to sing the same songs in the same key. By the time he then got to a teen, you've now got Let Me Show You the Way to Go. All of these different songs that are more when they moved to Philadelphia and started working with Gamble and Huff. But when they started working with Gamble and Huff, they was not as popular as they were as kid stars. When they were kid stars, it was them. It was, I think the DeBarges were a bit later than the Jacksons. Because the DeBarges came when the Jacksons were then going down this way. But really it was the Jacksons, the Jackson 5, the Beatles, and who else? Would I say the Donovans?
Yeah, but I don't, because what are we talking? Are we talking globally?
Yeah, just in popularity. Popularity. I'd say at the time, I don't think that they were as big as the Jacksons, but that is who they were kind of ramping with. Yeah. At a time when black artists weren't even fucked with like that. Yeah. So then, once they got to teens, bro, it just didn't. It didn't really like the teen pop star thing kind of works, but it just wasn't working in the same way, bro. It wasn't working in the same way.
Bro, there's a clip of them performing in some snow, some out somewhere, and it's just so funny. Like, they're just standing there performing, and there's kids around on skis and that. Like, bro, I've seen it on Twitter. You guys might have seen it. Like, I don't know, maybe like mid-70s, early mid-70s. And I feel like this is where like it was kind of going down for them, and they had to really just be out here forcing.
Without that low moment, all of those low moments within the Jacksons is where Michael grew his pedigree though, to become the solo artist he became. If he didn't have those moments where he was writing, composing, recording everything, that's once they've left Motown, so they're able to do all of that stuff as well. So you got albums like Destiny where they're doing a lot of things. You got some of Michael's best vocal performances on Destiny, like they live on that album. You then get to Off the Wall, which was, I think, was maybe a year or two after Destiny. That's where Off the Wall came into things. Then you've got Triumph, which is that Jackson's album with all of them just there in the middle, looking at stars.
Even some of the vocals on Forever Michael was,
bro.
Yeah.
Triumph is the transition point between Off the Wall and Thriller. Like that is your transition point right there. Heartbreak Hotel ended up being on his set list when he gets to the solo tours of Bad and all of those other Pepsi ones with the Jacksons. Yeah. Because as much as it was on a Jackson's album, he wrote, recorded, and did all the BVs and everything for that song. So there was a lot of that on that album. So there's a lot that you could have gotten into, but they're not gonna do that, bro. I did not have that expectation for the film, bro. Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen.
Same. I just feel like the bar was low.
Then
waiting on him when he comes. So where does the album?
We're ready.
Where does the movie stop though?
When he's performing at Wembley for Bad Tour.
So it stops at Bad.
Yeah, but even saying stop, it basically does a time skip, kind of like from what I remember. I think the time skip was from like doing the difficulties that he was having with the Thriller video, and then it kind of.
What did you think of the Thriller sequence, the dance, that
bro? You can't. I'm easy, bro. Very like that's what you're not understanding, bro. That's what you're not understanding, bro. I'm so easy, bro. Like honestly, bro. To me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, there's no CGI here, bro. Like this is actually like his nephew, but it looks like Michael and he's dancing like Michael. He did all of the moves. You see when everybody tries, bro, like the impersonators don't impersonate like that. It didn't feel like an impersonation. Like he really did what he needed to do, bro. It's not something that everyone can flip and do.
I think he did what he could do. He didn't do what
I don't
needed
think anyone else could do it.
So you're telling me that you think somebody else could have done it? You're
still
saying you think somebody else could have done it?
Yeah, like all respect to Jafar, he did an amazing performance. Bro, everything considered, yeah.
We should have brought in Terrence. We should have brought in Terrence Howard.
No, big man, bro.
Terrence Howard to do what?
Bro, do you know what I'm saying?
No stop till you get enough, man.
Bro,
I need everyone to be serious for once.
Bro, like everything considered, that being his first breakout role, everything considered, he did great with all of the stipulations, the things that had to stop and change, the storyline being flipped on his head halfway through, the reshooting, all that stuff. You did great with all things considered. This is a portrayal of Michael Jackson. Those are two separate things, and they live like. I can say this and not think he was dog shit and like, oh, he could have done it. He did great. This is also a portrayal of Michael Joseph Jackson.
Why'd you say
that? People, I think people have to remember, like, you can't just try and get one over on me because it's Michael and you know I'm gonna love this.
I get that, coach, yeah, but bro, if we got what we really feel like in that whole of that story, bro, the story would have been at 18. Now, for the amount of people that have been reintroduced to Michael through this, and the amount of people having it at a maximum of a 12A was perfect, bro. Because you can have little children in there that already get beatings that aren't gonna be necessarily bothered by the fact that Michael's getting beatings on there. All of that music, all of these things that they would have grown up with in their home, or there's kids that are getting reintroduced to Michael. Even with us as grown people that have lived with Michael, we was kind of at the tail end of what we did experience from Michael, yeah? We experienced the tail end at our age group, bro. And we feel like we've lived through the whole of Michael's life still before this movie. So it's like, based on everything that it's done, I get you, but the movie has literally served its purpose. And there's nothing to even like pick holes. There's things to pick holes in, there's not though. There's not at the same time. Like, I feel like it did what it was supposed to do.
But who do you think could pick more holes? Is it more the Michael stands or the people who were probably coming at it from a critical aspect? Like, if you were somebody who was probably more on the cancel side, would you go into this and say, nah, this also hasn't given me anything. This is painting him out to be a saint?
I think both probably though.
Yeah. I don't think it even got to the point because it didn't get to any of the parts.
It didn't get to anything.
For you to even cancel him.
I think they went for the childish aspect instead of trying to do this thing of this guy was a deviant.
My childish.
This guy was innocent. Like, they didn't even get to the charges, so it's
maybe part 2 will be 18 because they said they did like some Avengers thing at the end. Michael will return.
Yeah,
like, piss off, man.
Bro, I swear they did it like Thanos. Yeah, like Thanos will return. Bro, that's the way.
What are you gonna do?
I swear, that's the exact way they did it.
What's the thing they do the portal?
But the thing is, from the beginning, they did say there was always going to be a part 2.
Yeah,
but it's like the same way they said there was gonna be a part 2 to is it Across the Spider-Verse or whatever? The Miles Morales, the last one.
That's actually coming though.
No, but going into that, I did not know there was gonna be a part 2 to that specific film. from half of the promo. But they just always did it like a fine print. Cause I didn't see the part 2 of the Michael thing until it had already been out, and people was just like, is that it? And then everyone was like, oh no, there's supposed to be a part 2.
For a while it was always spoken about. From even like the early premieres, they did discuss it and say that a part 2 was coming, because like I think I don't even know who's the director of this. This is how out of the loop I am with it. But originally they said when they took the first cut of the movie, it's like 3 hours plus. So to get it to whatever you man saw, like it was always going to be hard. So I think that's why I asked Kodjo the question earlier about whether he would have preferred it to be a TV series. Because for me, I'm like, cool, if you're someone who wants like the grit and that kind of nature of it, they would have had to do it like
you wanted a Hulu thing, like the Tyson thing, basically.
No, not even that. You know, the it's gonna sound mad, but the same people that did the Jeffrey Dahmer series that did the Versace one as well, and there's another one that they did as well. That's probably
OJ.
Yeah, the OJ trial. That's probably the style of thing you would have had to do to get to the grit of like his upbringing, all the hardship he went through from his hair burning and all of that, everything he went through, like whilst he was on tour, because he's been well documented saying that he hates touring, and then everything that I guess is left out of this movie as well to come in the part 2 or part 3 as well. Like, you probably would have needed something like that. I don't think anyone's gonna be appeased with this movie.
Not with someone like this
form.
iconic, no.
Especially if you're like Kodjo, who probably went in there expecting, I want to see this, I want to see that.
But the thing is, so I knew exactly when they started filming this. I heard about all the things that changed during this whole time, the pushing back of dates, all this stuff. I knew exactly what I expected to see. Like, I wasn't expecting to see a tell. I wasn't expecting to see like, you know, like something that would have made me think differently about I wasn't expecting none of that. And then I found out that it was 12A, and I was like, okay, it's a Disney film, cool. And like, I knew all of these things prior. No, big man thing. Like, I knew all of these things, so like the bar was really low. I wasn't gonna go in there with a critical eye with the expectations of those kind of products, but like I've seen better character development in Lion King. Bro, like I know man, not even T. You need to watch it. You need to, you know, I'm telling the truth, bro. Detach Michael. It's your love of Michael, yeah. Okay. That's like, bro. Detach that, and it's like, bro. If this was any great, any other great, people be like, this is.
If it was any other great, you can't compare though, and this is what I'm saying. It's a specific thing, bro. It's with too much. With on top of it, if he had less politics as an individual, then yes, I could potentially be looking at what you're looking at. But that's not the case here. There's too much politics involved, bro. There's too much politics. There's too many pockets that can get affected. With depending on how this story goes. So once pockets get affected, things change very quickly.
So with all the cards dealt, you feel like that was the best they could do. You feel like that was a great performance
with everyone involved. Yeah, I feel like for everyone to be like, yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. So what else was meant? Because they were meant to be. Obviously, some of that, like we talk when we talk about like what's in the scripts and stuff like that. Cool. Like, I'm not gonna tell anyone that Michael Jackson said the word juicy out of his mouth.
He definitely didn't.
To some Bloods and Crips. Like, I'm not.
But then he might have.
He called that kid that was fighting cancer a doo-doo head.
Yeah, he did.
Bro.
He was the kid of cancer.
Yeah. You're such a doo-doo head. I audibly went, hey. Like,
that's where I felt like the nonce stuff.
That's what I think was nonsense.
Like, was being like kind of like legitimized. Like,
it was nonsense.
I get it. I get that he could have. I don't even want to go into this.
That was
too much.
Jermaine.
But I could get him being like perceiving that himself as like a child, because majority of the time we say this all the time, which I hope we do with Drake when we talk about here is. People, I think there's a thing of like whatever age you get to when you're famous is when you stop like developing, because like to be fair, we all age based on responsibility and the stuff we have going on. So most of these lot stop having to deal with a certain level of like, I guess, quote unquote real world responsibilities. Like, because if you're doing a job since you're 17, you're gonna kind of, I guess, to an extent, stop like developing your social skills with like regular people to an extent at that age. So if it's a thing of, you got famous when you were like 7 and you went on, I can understand you being like having a childish mind forever. But you being a grown man in the hospital with some kids and calling one of them a doo-doo head is like, okay, we're trying to get this nonce stuff like legitimized.
No.
But what if he did actually say that?
I believe he could have,
I believe he
but
could
that's
have.
part of the
I believe
problem.
he could have as much as I believe he couldn't have.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, because like
if it is Jermaine, I'm
Jermaine,
just.
bro. I know it's Jermaine.
What more is there to actually say about Jermaine, bro? Jermaine is keeping Beijing in business today.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly.
no, there's a lot.
Remember
the pod's not started.
this ain't even on subject, so let's move on.
This
boy said
50% of their stock is on that
50%
stuff.
of their stock is 100% there.
Just hold the back closer for me.
What's that cherry shoe polish that we
even
use?
closer than that. Yeah.
I used to rub it on my kick in school, bro. He's applying that to the side of his face with vigor.
Bro. Like,
How you gonna have a fake hairline and not even get the hairline proper? That's what I don't understand. bro.
Crazy.
I've never seen a formation.
Who was it that he
I've
came
never seen
after?
anything like that in
Because
my
they
life.
got onto him about it, and then he's like, "This is my hair."
Oh please,
Bro, how can it be your
I've seen it.
hair?
Yeah.
And then, like,
please.
he's like,
Oh
this is my
please.
hair.
How can it be your hair?
see you.
There's that comedian or someone that
How
recently.
can it be your hair?
Oh,
How can you
please.
say that's
Oh,
your hair? bro?
please.
How?
Oh,
How?
please.
And he
That
tried to.
brother-
He was coming across bare genuine. You know, he was just like,
Bro,
Oh, nigga, shut up.
bro,
That's not even your voice still. You're
Bro.
70. Like, stop.
like your
Well, you don't think, no, but then to be fair, you think about someone like a Smokey Robinson. To be fair, like, he's
that
got
is
a
the
very-
worst person to even go to next. The first thing that just came to my head was that gang. Smoking that dope. Bro, he was tapping his thigh, bro.
I forgot about that.
He was, and one hand in the pocket and tapping the thigh, bro. Nah, man.
double dead in Wranglers.
Nah, bro.
Trying to wrangle the youth together, bro. It was a lot, man.
Gang banging. You can even tell, like, the brothers really, they made themselves look as good as they could. Meanwhile, during that period, they were skeptical.
You can when you're the
Why
only one alive.
wouldn't
When you're
they?
the ones who are alive.
We're the ones that are alive, bro.
You can do anything you want.
And that's my point. You guys have given me rubbish. You guys are giving me rubbish. Like, you could have given this to someone else.
So they
You
could
could've
get
given
mine.
this to bro.
That's all we could do, man.
Bro, like, this wasn't a good hotel. I did not feel safe. Like, bro, come on, bro.
You want to feel safe. Feel safe.
It's safe. You know, feel like you know.
Just got here, man.
It's good quality.
You just got here, man.
Like, come on, man. Like, you could have given this to another set of the family to watch, and they could have enjoyed it. You shouldn't have given this to me. Like, this shouldn't have reached us. Like, this was, bro.
How much
come
of it
on,
was
man.
also sing along as well?
Quite a bit.
Enough, bro.
Quite a
Yeah,
bit.
it was.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm
Like,
easy.
that's what I'm saying.
Easy, bro.
From a fan basis, was it just like, you know what?
I'm so easy, bro.
Fair.
I was singing, bro. Like, I was so excited, bro.
Is it?
Like a kid, bro.
Fair.
I'm easy. As soon as they put that I can't help it music in the background that time when he was walking down the thing with the llama, and they put I can't help it in the background, I said this is the best film I've ever seen in my life. I'm that easy. I'm easy. I'm easy because no, I can't help it is a real sleeper. Stevie Wonder. You get me? For them to
used to
put that
say
in the
a sleeper,
film,
though.
I'm easy, bro. I'm easy.
Like
That's
a
the best
Sunday
film ever.
morning.
You can't do no wrong with me, bro. I was there to be entertained. I wasn't there for all the other stuff because what's the flipping point, bro?
It's true.
I do that and then 2 seconds later before this film can even breathe, they're doing Netflix series on the things that everyone's saying they should have put in the thing. Like, bro, like you either wanted to kill the man's thing or you didn't, innit? At the end of the day, we've watched. I wasn't in those beds and I wasn't in those rooms, so I can't say what the flip went on in it. What I will say is, of all the people that we've seen over the past few years who are of less stature than Michael, yeah, who they've gone in their crib and they found plenty of miscellaneous items, some of them even being things like baby oil and whatever else you might want to find. Yeah. They found those things that are associated with their madness, bro. They went in Michael's yard and they found nothing but normal shit, like porn,
And this
and
his room was not your regular room. This was a 2-story situation with like parents sleeping with their kids and like a whole setup, like how it's watered down and straw man and given to people, like he slept with people, and you just envision your own room and you sleeping with someone, and it sounds mad, but this is this world that they live in, and it's just mad different and so distant to the regular person. It's hard to actually really conceptualize these kind of events, or specifically regarding him anyway.
But this is why people always debate that they never should have done settlements with things, and I get that the settlements were done so that he could go back out
He
on
didn't
tour.
even okay that. His
No,
people
he
did
didn't.
that, and he didn't like the fact that they did that.
But it's because they wanted him to go on tour and make money.
Facts.
So it goes back to the money
Yeah.
issue, innit?
Yeah.